Well, good afternoon. Doing another video here at the studio. Let's see. We are getting up to speed. The videos need to be fairly quick. And what we're producing here is we're producing original art, obviously. And that has a role to play in what we could call making a living. Now, here on Earth, we need to make a living. All right. So this is one of our original pieces. Okay, so this has been I call this a mandala. I guess that's the best way to put it. You can notice here that one of the things that I've put on here is climate, reality, and Mars and ambitions with this schedule of different situations, and 3D printing land, etc. The interesting part about where we are with graphic technology now is manufacturing. So I'm making a phone app, or trying to get one made, that will do some very interesting things with QR codes. So let's say that this is a digital file, a potential NFT. And what it is I'd like to try out some things that are fun. One of the things that I have going on in my universe is mobius strip space stations, which I think, well, if there's a future for anything, it's certainly with mobius strip space stations, right? But these would be very fun to print, right? We don't know if we're really going to have mobius strip space stations in the future. But the way that this mobius strip works is that, here's another one that's up close, right? This one's closer than the other one. It is made of components, right, that have a space between them. So we're looking at two sides here, right? In our in our space station, down the middle is an empty space. If you follow this around, it's basically a Mobius strip. And if you know, a Mobius strip has one side. So these Mobius space stations are made out of component pieces, right, that you can print on a 3D printer. Okay? But not only can you make one of these objects in real space, right, with your 3D printer, there is a story about this landscape, right? And here's our spaceship that we've been seeing some of. This is our robo-car spaceship is going down the center of this space, right, with two of our main characters. Now, what this is about is having fun. But also creating a world of kind of, there's a story happening here, right? Oh, we're back to this guy. Remember this guy from the earlier videos? He always is holding a mobile device. And he's always saying something important. Okay. Anyway, so these on your 3D printer, what you do is you print these components, and then when you put them together, you end up with a mobius strip space station. Great! But the story of what goes on with these space stations is part of what these coloring pages are all about. So what we have is we have something that, like this code goes to digital files that are interesting, and then it also goes to a story, which is interesting. And our product is both the reader and the app and the other things that are happening through this, as well as what could be called, in this world of publishing, the background story for this environment that we've created. And I really do have quite the stories for some of this stuff. I came up with my Mobius space stations about 17 years ago, and I found out that Galacticus in the new Disney series has a Mobius space station. But my Mobius space stations are, well, in my opinion anyway, are better than Galactus' space station. I don't care if he is Galacticus. He's not the real Galacticus anyway, because that would be Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. Okay, so anyway, so here my Mobius space stations. Anyway, involve the characters that come from fictional galaxies and a smartphone story. But you can see that with the 3D printing, you can do some very cool things. You have little space cars, right? Maybe these guys are talking to this guy, right? Maybe that's what's happening. So we have a question mark here, right? And exclamation point here, right? And this guy is right here. Yay! Now this is all kind of goofy. I'm just basically drawing, but like I said, this is getting up to speed. We want the daily videos, or, we're going to probably feature several of these videos in several places every day. This is also how to draw. How to draw Mobius space stations. Okay, now, does this fit into here? Is that how that fits? Maybe that's right. We hope it's right. Let's take a look at that. A little high. Ta-da. Okay. So that's rough, but that's one of our QR code coloring page Mobius space station files. Marvelous. Okay, thank you very much.